Yeah, the one. Yeah.
It was
Hey, we
just
live. We
when you
live. We
had.
live. We 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 live. So
How
yeah,
we
we.
doing?
Yeah, what's going on, man? Yo, yo, yo. Hey, man, we had a little technical difficulty. We was live before we was live. But anyway, how you doing, bro?
I'm good. How you doing today, bro?
Oh, man, real good, real good. No complaints, no complaints. Hey, man, we gonna get this thing started off right, like you know how they do. We had the game of the week, last week, which was Lake Highland versus Windermere Prep. We was out there, uh, it was a 70-0 shellacking. So it's not really much
Lacking.
to, yeah, it's not really much to talk about. Let's see, touchdown wise, because it was all touchdowns. With no, with no, you had Cameron Ware with a 75-yard kickoff return. Then they had a safety by Malachi Marshall. Solomon Miller had the 67-yard kickoff return after the safety. Then Joey McCann had a 1-yard run that was set up by Gavin Nix uh, that caused the turnover. Then you had Jalen Gummer, 20-yard pass from McCann. Miller had an 18-yard pass from McCann. Then that's when Romello said he got to get in the mix, so he scored a 49-yard touchdown run, 11-yard run. That was 50-0
At halftime.
halftime. So then, they got to run the clock. They got a pick six from Daniel Williams. Romello came up with another 28-yard run, and Zion Garcia had him a 29-yard run. So we'll make this real quick. We ain't player of the week the whole damn
The
team.
whole team.
Yeah, everybody player of the week. We don't have to have no big discussion about that. So let's move on, man. Hey, congratulations to Lake Highland. Shout out to Coach Bullock. Real good man out there doing this thing. To the assistant coaches out there, working and doing what they're supposed to do. And shout out to the line as well. You know, we said that, we said that OCP was going to be a little tough for them and they handled OCP. So we got to give them a shout out. All right. So now we're talking about the picks for this week. But before we do that, let's talk a little bit about last week. What were our picks? I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, last week the picks. We got Coco versus DP. We both picked Coco to win. They won that game 19-15.
Okay.
Um, we had Edgewater defeating Winter Park 41-35. I know I picked Edgewater. I think we both picked Edgewater on that one as well. Got
Right.
that right. You couldn't pick the next game. It was West Orange versus Boone. West Orange won 44-14. Got that one right.
Right.
And then last but not least, we had Lakeland versus Apopka. Lakeland won 20-17. Got that right. So last week we was undefeated.
Good. It's about time. We were struggling a little bit. But what do we have? Any games this week that we going? We'll talk about the games in a minute. You want to go to the rankings? You want to talk about the games now? Picks
It
for
don't
this week.
matter. We can talk about the games. We got a couple key matchups in each county, so to speak. Leaving out Orange County, we don't really have that many big matchups this week. But looking at Brevard County, we have a matchup of Coco versus Vieira. Coco 4-1, Vieira 4-1. I'm gonna go with Coco for the victory.
Yeah, we both are, so we can move on.
Move on with that one. Seminole County, we got Seminole at 6-1, Oviedo at 5-2.
Hold on. Don't we have don't they have Rockledge and a satellite?
Oh, don't worry, we're gonna get to
Okay,
that
all right,
one.
all right,
We're
okay,
gonna get
okay,
to
all right,
that
all
one.
right, all right.
In Seminole County, we have Seminole 6-1 versus Oviedo 5-2.
You got Oviedo, right?
Oviedo's led by Alex Saunders and DJ Scott, and I do not have Oviedo. I got Seminole. I think Seminole will do enough to take that two-headed monster out of the game and come away with the victory.
Yeah, I got Seminole as well.
Yep. And then our last game, back to Brevard County again. We got Rockledge versus Satellite.
Yeah, that's a hell of a game. It could have easily been game of the week, but neither one of us is going to drive out there. So yeah, sorry, fellas.
Both teams undefeated. I think Rockledge is winning games. Obviously without their starting quarterback. I know me and you had a discussion about this game yesterday. but after I was able to sleep on it, I'm going to pick Rockledge.
Well, you was in the euphoria
But
of
no, no,
where we
no.
was at.
For the
Oh
point,
no, we both know that Satellite is a good team.
they're
Let's
a
cut
great
to the chase.
team. They're a great
And
team.
put it like this, I don't think we'll be shocked if they did win.
No, I
I mean,
won't be.
I don't think that neither one of us are like, oh my God, But I'm gonna definitely go Rockledge because, like I said, their defense uh, is definitely impressive.
Right.
For them to do all this without their starting quarterback says a lot about that team. I mean, they got some ballers over there.
Yeah.
But big shout out to Combs, the wide receiver. He's nice. So, hopefully they got some DBs that can cover.
That's
But
a young team too. That's a young
yeah,
Rockledge team.
yeah, they're gonna be. Yeah, that's a very young team. They're gonna be good for a minute. All right. So then we did leave out one game, like because Osceola and DP playing, and big shout out to DP. They played, 6 ranked teams. I think Osceola was going to make 7. So they've had some real good teams, in that they played. That is definitely after what DP did with. And maybe you could touch base on that because you was at that game. Tell me a little bit about DP Coco because everyone thought it was going to be a blowout. I mean, we both did. So tell us a little bit about that game because I heard it. At one point DP was up with a minute and something left in the game.
Well, I mean, not at one point. If I be honest, I think I read somewhere that Dr. Phillips has played the 3rd toughest schedule in the state.
Yep.
And they are 2-5, but their schedule is just ridiculous. But going to that DP game, Coach Wells and the staff, they called a great game. They slowed the game down. They used every second of the play clock in between plays, shorten the game, which was smart. And with doing that, they were able to stay in the game. They controlled the game, even when Coco was able to take the lead. DP answered back in the second half and took the lead back. I'm not gonna say they had the game won, but they were winning with about a minute and 30 seconds to go. DP was driving. I mean, Coco was driving, and the quarterback actually fumbled. Davin actually fumbled. From what I saw, I believe DP came away with the ball, but some kind of how Coco got the ball. And 3 plays later, OJ Ross punched it in for the go-ahead touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, that's impressive.
With 15 seconds left, 15 seconds on the clock. So for a coach to even call a run play from the 6-yard line, and they didn't have no timeouts.
Wow, that is deep. That's real deep, and that's a lot. That's yeah. Hey,
Coach, trust him. Coach, after the game, Coach said he asked for it.
Hey, hey, we know the juice, man. I'd expect nothing less. So, I'd expect nothing less of that boy. But all right, man, we got, PJ who's always on the show say, yo, what's up? I gotta give a shout out to our boy Mario. Mario, one of the first legends out there to do the thing out there at Virginia Tech, big time defensive tackle. Big shout out to him, and to those Virginia Tech Hokies. They always got a tough, stout defense. And then, of course, our boy Tyrone, always representing, Space Coast a little bit. So anyway, man, we get back.
Game of the week. Game of the week this week.
No. We'll do that first. Right. Yeah. Game of the week, Mainland versus Jones. Who you got?
I think Mainland is starting to figure something out. But I'm going with Jones at the crib. Jones at the crib too much.
Yeah, I think Mainland, is definitely, they'll probably make the playoffs, and they're hopefully, it is, going to be between them and they beat Lake Minneola, so like they got a real shot at making that playoffs. But this is a big game. Whoever wins this game is the district champs. My thing is, I think Jones, got a little too much, but Mainland ain't no punk, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. To be honest, because I know that I think Mainland kind of plays up and down to their competition too. So I think that it'll be interesting to see how they do. Shout out to Lil Campbell, man. He's really, since he's been back, they've been doing a lot better. So we're gonna see what happens, man. But all right. Well, then let's go with the rankings, man. Didn't get our graphics this weekend, so I apologize. My partner in crime didn't get it to us, but we'll start number 10. Who we have?
We got Satellite Beach.
Remember, yeah, we got Satellite Beach at number 10, but. Remember, guys, that even though Ocoee and West Orange played on Monday, the rankings, that had nothing to do. That was a makeup game. So that kind of be played into next week's, rankings. So anyway, we had Satellite Beach. Once again, they could be higher. We just want to see what they do, against Rockledge. Who's next up? Number 9.
Next up, we got Ocoee. Ocoee at number
Okoye's number
9.
9, and like we said, Okoye is definitely going to probably drop because they lost to West Orange, 28-0. So but with that being said, Okoye was really in that game. West Orange only scored 2 offensive touchdowns. One was a tip that was caught. The other one was uh, uh, a moss ball where you could clearly see the young man who caught the ball had his long arms pushed out on the man. So it could have went either way. So like I said, they did a good job. And then they were 14-0. Even with that, it was 14-0. They on the half-yard line, and it just didn't go their way. So it was a 99-yard return. But 14-7 with 6 minutes to go would be different. Would be a lot different. With that being said, West Orange was number 8 on our list. You know, uh, they're starting to get their stride, but we'll know a lot more about West Orange next week.
Next
Uh,
week.
Preview. That's going to be our game of the week: Osceola, West Orange, unless DP pulls a miracle. All right, and then number 7 is those
Osceola.
Osceola. So that's the beautiful thing about these rankings. These teams end up playing each other, and they kind of knock each other off. Osceola has a big one this week because uh, basically, if DP wins and Osceola loses, and then West Orange wins, Osceola might not make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a big one for those guys. To come on. And DP, they got that strength of schedule on their hand. Number 6.
Number 6. Jones
Is
Tigers.
Jones Tigers. Hey, that's what PJ said. But PJ, you was right. The Jones
He was
Tigers, they
right.
number
He
6.
know.
Yeah, he knows. So shout out to those Jones boys. They got a big game, and like I said, it's a district game. If Mainland wins, Mainland's the district champs. If Mainland wins, they're the district champs. I'm just saying, if they win, they're the district champs,
I
bro. So
mean,
they
I hear
playing.
you. I hear you, but I
So
ain't. I ain't. I
yeah,
ain't
I'm
hearing you.
just saying. So hey, right, we wasn't thinking Coco was gonna be a DP neck either. I mean, like that would have been the upset of the because that would have. I'm telling you that it is no way to either. So hey, so we can't say that. So anyway, next up, number 5
Number
is what
5,
Lake
Lake
Mary
Mary,
Rams.
the
Lake Mary
undefeated
Rams.
Rams.
Lake Mary undefeated Rams. We waiting to see what they play. Big shout out to Braden Marshall. His film looks excellent. He's doing his thing. Gunnar Smith is probably about to break the Seminole County all-time passing record that was set last year by Timmy McLean. So shout out to those boys, and they got more than that. So they're a pretty good team. Number 4, you got
Edgewater.
Edgewater led by C.J. Baxter, probably one of the top running backs in the state. Not probably is.
He
Uh,
is.
so they're number 4. Number 3, Rockledge. Like I said, they got a big one with Satellite Beach. It's going to be interesting to see how they do. They actually had a pretty tough schedule as well. So we'll see. It was soft in the beginning, but this last stretch, they got to play.
Yeah.
So and big shout out to Todd because his secondary got to be decent if they held Deerfield Beach down. I'm telling you. So big shout out to those boys. All
Yeah.
right, number 2 is those Sanford Seminole guys.
Yeah.
They out there doing their thing. We're gonna see more about them. In a couple of weeks when they play Lake Mary. Do they play Lake Mary next week
Yeah.
too? Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's next week or the
I
week
think it's
after
next week.
next.
I think next week is the week, for a lot of games. So we'll see what happens.
Let me see.
And number 1, go ahead and find that out for us. So we might need somebody, in the Seminole County area to go check out that game for us.
Next
Scout it
week
for us.
is
Let us know.
definitely Lake Mary versus Seminole.
Where is it at? Seminole or Lake Mary?
It is at Lake Mary.
Okay, so that's hey, we gonna see what they about for sure. And number 1, by the Heritage Chinny Chin Chin, is the Cocoa Tigers. They just like it 1-2 point games. They do
They do.
that's what they do. So hey,
This one's a little better. This one's only a 4-point game.
yeah, well, yeah, I mean that's what they do. So hey, big shout out to them boys. Last but not least, hey, this weekend it gets started. The Elite 100 Senior All Star Game. Everybody will be we'll be putting out the rosters. It'll be on the website Elite 100. What is? Well, I forgot the website. I'm getting a brain fart. But Elite 100 prospects .com.
.com.
So it'll be on that website. So you'll start seeing all this stuff come out. January 8th, Jones High School, 7:30 p.m. You get to see a lot of these guys, come and participate. So we have some of the top talent. We finalizing the roster. We've done our, research, and we went through the nominations. So there you go. So anyway, be on the lookout for more stuff coming out pretty soon. All right. So anything else for the people, man?
Nah, man, nothing else. See him next week.
Short and sweet, baby. Y'all be good. Peace.
Peace.